Hey everyone, welcome back to the stream. My name is Bill. For everyone who was here yesterday, I greatly appreciate you either stopping by or hanging out for the whole thing when we watched, or at least I watched, you listen to the Royal Rumble. As I was saying in chat, it was possibly a one-time thing. I was not doing anything that day. I haven't streamed on a Sunday in a while. I usually play Fuser there. So I was like, yeah, why not? I've seen other people do it. I was like, let's see who stops by. I'm watching the event anyway. Why not stream it? So I had a good time with it. Some really good surprises with the Royal Rumble last night. Happy Bianca Belair won. Unsure about Edge. Sorry, let me switch the move the camera a little bit. But overall, good event. But Monday, we are back with Out of the Park Baseball 21, Part 38. I've been streaming this game it's been 38 parts. I started in 1993, so we're on, 35 seasons. I split the first couple seasons into multiple parts. I did a couple seasons per episode early to start, but now I have a structure of how this goes. We do up until the All-Star game. We simulate. We watch the All-Star game. Slowly go through the trade deadline, and then we go through the playoffs, free agency, Hall of Fame voting, and all that jazz. So last week, Buster Posey announced he was going to retire. The AL wins probably the greatest All-Star game we've ever had. San Fran wins the World Series again. Gary Sanchez went to the White Sox, and Ozzie Albies was traded for Garrett Cole from Houston to Toronto. So Garrett Cole is now on the Astros, and Ozzie Albies is in Toronto. I do want to put a poll out. We'll let it go until we get to the World Series. But based on preseason predictions, they have the Blue Jays, the Royals, and the Mariners winning their divisions. Twins getting one wild card, and the A's getting another. And then you got the Phillies, the Reds, and the Giants winning their divisions in the NL. Giants having the best record in baseball. So I'm going to put a poll out. We'll let it go, like I said, until we get to the playoffs of who do you think will win the World Series. So let me get that started. Which team wins the 2028 World Series? We'll let it go. Oh, I can only let it go for 10 minutes. Maybe I'll hold off on that once we get a better picture. Yeah, all right. I'm going to hold off on that once we get an idea of who's in the lead. Because I could put these teams and then they're already out of the playoffs. So we'll hold off on that until after the trade deadline. Once we get to August, we'll see. Is there anyone else? I mean, we did all the what's it called? The milestones. We went over those at the end of last stream. Let's see if there's any news before we start the episode. Renifo went with the Giants at the beginning of April, so that was last month. No trades. A lot of injuries. I see out for season, seasons ends, yeah. But yeah, alright. All that out of the way. It is now time to start the 2028 baseball season. Real quick, before I know I said I would get into it. We are going to stop at 2030. That's a hard stop for me. I'm not going any further. I want to move on to something else with this game and actually control a team, start making moves and stuff, instead of me just sitting back idly, whatever the phrase is. Idly watching, whatever. I actually want to be a part of the building and the transactions and stuff. While this has been fun to see how everything plays out, I want to have a little more control of it, and I've been doing that on another save. But I'm going to do that. Probably beginning of March, we'll have that season up and running. All right, here we go. Red Sox, Braves, And Brewers undefeated to start the... Oh, and Blue Jays. I still remember when the Braves were such a bad team that they started like 4-17 in the month of April. Now they're 7-2. The Nationals are 2-7. Oh, hold on. Show leaderboards. I knew it looked weird. All right, we got Franmil Reyes has 8 home runs already. On the Mets, they've played 10 games. He has 8 home runs. Game log. He's got 3 multi-home run games already. Wow. Okay, he is starting. I thought so. What up, Breeze? Welcome back. Blue Jays. Let me fix my chair. Blue Jays 12-4. Royals 11-5, 11-5, 12-4. Thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed it. But yeah, back to baseball. Back to what we normally do on the channel. Franmil Reyes 10 home runs. Chris Bryant 9. How many RBIs does he have with only 18? So he's right behind CJ Cron. Yeah, I saw. It was rumored for it to happen. Sad day. He was a good player. Even though as a Yankees fan, supposed to despise the Red Sox, he was one of the good ones. (17-4). These divisions, I mean, there's a couple teams that are already like 10 games back. Yeah, he was trying to fight back to get to play. The Red Sox wanted him. They didn't want to pay him or didn't want him to play. So they kind of... There was some... what's the word I'm looking for? Some nudging by the front office to get him to retire. All right, so, I mean, 9.5 and 10 back for those two. 9.5, 7.5, 8.5. So it's not the worst start to the month. Juan Soto looking good. Blue Jays have the best record in baseball right now, 22-5 to start the month of April or May. Still 29 for the Royals and Twins. Not bad. Juan Soto and Franmil Reyes are your batters of the month. Derek Rodriguez and Ray Ladd, whoever that is, are your pitchers of the month. Franmil's hitting .389, 13 home runs, but only 25 RBI. Chris Bryant, oh, he's only 10 home runs. Whoever TJ Tyler is hitting .416. But, hello, Firehawk. Thank you for the follow, my friend. Greatly appreciate that. How you doing, man? Thanks for stopping by. Alright, so we're already through April. I'm doing alright. I had a pretty lazy day with the snow and everything. Just didn't want to do anything. I was off today, so that worked. I just watched some videos and stuff. Wasn't a bad Monday. How are you? Blue Jays are running away with this division. Twins and Royals are tied, just like the predictions. Brewers and Pirates are tied. That's a surprise, because Pirates were not that good, if I remember correctly. Good to hear it. Yeah, Pirates went 59-103 last season, and now they're tied for the division lead. I have no idea what's going on. 12-14, 13, 10.5. Okay. Not the worst. Oh, Pirates, they're at 500, but they're only one game back. This NL Central is really close already. No other division. Wow, Toronto pulling away. Not even 2 months into the season. Poof. Whoever TJ Tyler is leading batting average. Dave Acevedo and Javi Baez, Tatis, Jason Eck, and Eck. Playing my 1876. Wow. Now, did you do like a fictional, or did you start real baseball at that time? Because that's going to be very interesting. Fictional? Okay. Why 1876? Or 1871 when you started? Why that year? Just curious. Pirates and Cubs are at 500. Brewers and Reds are only one game back. Under 500. Oh my God. 200 years? That is a long time. That is a long time. Giants running away with the division again. They're about 20 games over. Blue Jays are the first 40-win team right now. Oh, Ketel Marte hitting 377. Brian Anderson hitting 360, leading the NL. Rhys Hoskins doing pretty well, even though he's hitting 220. He's got 23 home runs and 56 RBI. Wow. Juan Soto and Jordan Luplow are your batters of the month. Zachary Hall and Tony Mendoza, your pitchers of the month. And rookies are whatever, since there's no real players getting drafted. Or there's no draft at all, so it's all fictional players. We are at June 1st. Let's see if there's been any trades. No trades. Aaron Hicks went to the Angels to start the season. And Juan Leyba went to the White Sox. And there's been more injury news in the first 2 months. This Toronto team. Carpenter, Chirinos, Duffy, Giolito, Tehran. Danny Duffy's 39. He's still pitching well. You got Josh Bell, Ozzie Albies, Eugenio Suarez, Bryce Harper, and Nico Goodrum is their main offense. Yeah, this Blue Jays team is really good. I will put a poll out once we get past the trade deadline of who people think are going to win the World Series based on the standings. So we'll have that going out. What is this? DJ LeMahieu unhappy in New York. Huh. What an alternate reality that is when he's 39. He wants... well, the owner said not to believe it. I mean, his morale is very unhappy. He wants to be in the middle of the lineup, and he is on the bench. Yeah. He's not happy at all. Alright. Keep it going. Trying to get to the All-Star break. Has anyone announced their retirement? I'm not seeing it. Oh, duh. That's what I wanted to do. Albert Amora reaches 2,500 hits. Who's that? Ketel Marte, 300 home runs. Jose Ramirez, 300. 400 for Sano. 300 for Luplow and Aaron Hicks. Joey Gallo gets his 300th home run. C.J. Cron gets to 400. Eugenio Suarez at 2,000 hits. Carlos Correa, 400. Charlie Blackmon, 400. Schwarber, 500. Rendon, 4. Austin Riley putting on a good career for himself, hitting 300 home runs. Mike Zunino, 300. And Trey Mancini gets to 2,000 hits. Yeah, there's probably like 8 teams in the league or something like that? I don't know anything about that year. I barely know anything about 1976. Detroit got owned by Zach Gallen. Blue Jays killing the division. They have a 16.5 game lead. They're the first team to 50 wins. You got Kansas City, Oakland, and San Francisco at 50 as well. They have, oh my God. Yankees are in second place, 3 games under 500. They're 7 games back. So I'm assuming there's going to be only one team coming out of the AL East. Pittsburgh made a great turnaround from last year. They almost matched their wins from last year too. They have 40 already. Are we going to get another Giants Blue Jays World Series? That would be very interesting if that happens again. Because there's been runs. Philly went to like 5 straight World Series. I think Toronto went to 3 in a row. And then 4 out of the last 5. Boston went to 3 in a row. The Giants have gone to 2 in a row. It's been very streaky. You got Chris Bryant and Jordan Luplow, your batters of the month. However, Donovan Paris and Steve Bonebreak. That's a great last name, Steve Bonebreak. They are your pitchers of the month. All right, you got TJ Tyler, Dave Acevedo, and Juan Soto leading your AL categories. Trevor Story, Luplow, and Luplow again. As for pitching, Marco Gonzalez leads ERA for the AL and Javier Pena for the NL. This Tony Mendoza guy could win the Triple Crown. It's been a while since we've had one of those. Let me save it here because this game has a habit of crashing on me. But we are really close to the All-Star game already. And let's go to the Home Run Derby. Toronto's at 60 wins. Oakland's at 60 already. Kansas City at 60. The Giants are right there. And waiting. Home Run Derby time. Dave Acevedo. Oh, the National League. Is that what NA? National League? Started in 1876. Dave Acevedo, Franmil Reyes, Juan Soto, Christian Villanueva, Matt Olson, Austin Meadows, Rowdy Tellez, and Jordan Luplow. I'm gonna go Franmil, Soto, Austin, Rowdy. Franmil, Austin. Okay, I got 2. Or Olson. Did I say Olson or Austin? I think I said Austin. I got 2 out of the 4. I'm gonna go Franmil and Luplow. I got the wow. That's the first time I got the finals right. I'm gonna go Jordan Luplow. Whoa. Okay. Maybe I should play the lottery with my predictions right now. I predicted the winner of the Home Run Derby finally. All-Star game. It was a great one last week. For the AL, you got Victor Robles, Ketel Marte, Yohan Moncada, Juan Soto, Paul Goldschmidt, Corey Seager, Gary Sanchez, Alex Bregman, Brian Reynolds, and Marco Gonzalez on the mound. And for the NL, Trevor Story, Luis Renifo, Miguel Sano, Fran Morez, G-Man Choi, Albert Amora, Wilson Contreras, Fernando Tatis, Andrew Benintendi, and Shaw Stott on the mound. And we will not be pausing after each play. We're letting this game go. I was really hoping to have my emote ready for today, but it's still pending. Let's lower that. All right, first out. That's a double for Ketel Marte. Yohan Moncada. Oh, grounds out. And another ground out leaves Marte on the bases. Wow, that's more than I know. Marco Gonzalez on the mound. He walks Trevor Story. All right, they get the out at first. Big fly to center, but that's caught. Thought it was going deeper than that. Franmil Reyes rips one to left field. That's a 2-run home run for the NL. Or 2-run home run for Reyes, 2-0 lead for the NL, I should say. And that'll be out number 3. Big hit for Franmil Reyes to get the NL on the board. They're trying to snap a 3-game losing streak to the AL. Oof. Corey Seager strikes out. Wilson Contreras strikes out. Oh, no, it wasn't Contreras. He's catching. Never mind. And that's a ground out. All right. Good start so far for the NL, but it is still early. Bottom of the second, 2-0. Make it 3-0. Albert Amora with the leadoff home run. NL is swinging for the fences to start the game. Sorry, my back itched. Wilson Contreras pops up to the first baseman. Tatis strikes out. Benintendi. He hits a home run to left center. 4-0 National League. And Trevor Story strikes out to end the bottom of second, but the NL gets 2 more runs, 4-0, top of the third. Oh, Brian Reynolds just got hit. I mean, the AL will take a base runner any way they can get. Victor Robles pops out to the shortstop. What a diving catch for... Who is that? Benintendi in left? He hits a home run, then makes a diving catch. But Yohan Moncada gets a double. And Juan Soto strikes out, leaving 2 men stranded. Not good for the American League. Luis Renifo. Oh, reaches on an error, and he moves over to second on the pass ball. And Miguel Sano likely will drive him home. That's an RBI single for Sano, and he advances to second on the throw. Franmil strikes out. G-Man Choi, fielder's choice. And Albert Amora strikes out. But the NL gets yet another run. 5-0, top of the fourth. Max Fried on the mound. He gets Goldschmidt to strike out. Corey Seager pops up to the third baseman, even on the shift. And Gary Sanchez strikes out. A 1-2-3 inning for Max Fried. Oh, that was hard hit, but only a grounder. Fernando Tatis pops up to center field. Oh, almost beat it out, but another 1-2-3 inning. NL kept scoreless in that one. We are now on to the top of the fifth. Game's going very quickly. Brian Reynolds rips it down the first base line. That'll be a double for Brian Reynolds. Victor Robles strikes out. And Ketel Marte grounds out to end the inning. AL leaves another man stranded on base. Matt Chapman. Little roller to the pitcher. All right. After a rough couple innings, the NL has now been kept scoreless in the last 2 The AL just needs to get some runs on the board. But Moncada strikes out to start the inning. Well, yeah, I think they split the divisions by then, or the leagues. I think it was just the National Baseball League or something like that at the time. And then they split it, American and National League. Is that a leadoff walk for Brian Anderson? They can't turn two. They get the lead runner. And that'll lead to... Oh, a big catch in center field. Good for Robles. And now they're considered... They're the equivalent of the AFC and NFC in football. So they're... Even though it's called the American and National League, they're considered... I would consider them the equivalent of conferences. Like the NFL is the National Football League. You have the AFC and NFC. Same thing with baseball, AL and NL. All right. We're at the seventh inning stretch. And that's a leadoff walk for Tatis. Luplow strikes out. Tatis steals second base. Oh, he checks his swing. First and second, one out. That's to center field. Tatis will make it home easily. 6-0 National League. It's going to take a miracle for the AL to come back, but we've seen it years past where the AL makes a big comeback. But there's a double play at the end of the inning. Just what they needed. Only one run given up. Top of the eighth. I mean, they could have been when back in the day, but then they all, I guess, I don't know the actual history. They might have been two different leagues, like the NFC and the AFC were, and then they just merged to the NFL, and those were the conferences. I'm not sure. Oh, well, no, they do that now for one for each league, but I don't know if they did that back in the day. I have no idea. You could easily just look it up. Whoa. That's going to be caught, though. One out. That's through the middle. Bases loaded, one out for Jason Eck. He flies out to left. All right, they had bases loaded, but no one could score. This is the last licks for the AL. All right, they got their leadoff man on. Ooh, it's a strikeout for Bryce Harper. Is that an infield single for Trey Turner? And a double play to end the All-Star game. Wow. 6-0 National League. The American League left 14 on base. The National League left 19 batters on base. Franmil Reyes is your MVP. Rightfully so. Let's save that and move on to the second half of the season, where the Blue Jays are currently leading the AL, but the Royals and Athletics are right behind them, and the NL still pretty close. Where are we at? The 24th. Denelson Lamet struggling down in single A. Springer 400. Aristides Aquino, okay. He's having himself a good career. He had 60 home runs in 2024. Wow. Machado, home run number 600. Moncada 400, Alex Verdugo 300. But now it's time for the trade deadline. Wow. This goes all the way back to July 1st, so we got a lot to recap right here. Kikuchi to the Braves. He might make the Hall of Fame. That was a debate my friends and I were having on our podcast last week. If he did retire, I don't think he gets in on this first ballot, but I do think he does. I do think he gets in. Tyler O'Neill to the Angels, I believe. I don't know who any of those players are. Cal Quantrill is now in San Francisco. Don't know who they are. Cody Bellinger is now on the Atlanta Braves. Wow. Michael Lorenzen to the Rockies. Nope, don't know anyone there. Gregory Polanco to the Angels. They're making a push for the championship. Colton Wong to the Padres. Joey Wendell to the Cubs. From the Pirates. Are the Pirates giving up now? They make another trade. Shane Jaworski to the White Sox. I don't know who any of these players are. Lurie Garcia is now in Kansas City. Travis d'Arnaud to the Giants as well. They're Giants, yeah. Pittsburgh's giving up. They're trading everyone. The Giants and LA and the Cubs are just trading for everyone right now. 2 more trades. Oh, I thought that was the other Adrian Gonzalez. I was like, there's no way he's playing 2028. Anthony Rizzo traded to the Padres for Raimel Tapia. Wow. Jose Moya to Tampa Bay. Austin Slater to Boston. Sandy Rodriguez sounds familiar. David Fletcher to Detroit. And Jose Peraza to Oakland for Jackie Bradley Jr. 38-year-old Jackie Bradley Jr. is now in Washington. 2 trades to end the trade deadline. Devin Travis to the Angels. And a bunch of minor leaguers and players between the Mets and Cleveland. All right, it is now August 1st. Yeah, dude, there's been a lot of trades. Like, especially that obviously heading to the trade deadline, but this simulation does a lot of trades. Austin Meadows and Matt Chapman are your batters of the month. Jose Barrios and Frankie Montas are your pitchers of the month. All right, so we sit here August 1st. Blue Jays at 71 wins. Royals 67. A's 69. Marlins leading the division 58 wins. Cubs 56. And Giants 64. So that's where we're going to do this. All right, we got a poll up. We got 2 months left. You guys can vote on who do you think is going to win the World Series. It's going to be Toronto. It's going to be San Francisco. Is it going to be Oakland or other? Any of the other teams? I know it's you got 1, 2, 3, and then 27 to pick from on the other one, if you choose that. But looking at the standings, I don't see many contenders. Maybe Kansas City. I don't know what that team looks like. Jack Flaherty, Michael Fulmer, Austin Nola, and then their lineup: T.J. Tyler, Cron, Moncada, Machado. Newman, Meadows, not a bad team. Go ahead. I don't know if I can vote. I can. I'm going to go with the Giants. I think they're going to win 3 in a row. That team, I mean, they're at least making the World Series. That team, there's no one close to them. Dinelson Lamet is killing it. He's 16-1. How is he not on a team? Like, how has Philly not called him up yet? He's 16-1. I know he's 36 years old, but like, he could do much worse. He's 17-1 now. How is he 17-1 and not on a major league team? All right, we're midway through August. Anthony Rendon's leading AL in batting average. Dave Acevedo, 52 home runs. Juan Soto, 127 RBI. For the NL, Trevor Story, 374. Jordan Luplow, 50 home runs and 115 RBI. And I barely know any of these pitchers. Anyone eliminated yet? No. Wow, the Tigers are horrible. 41-83. Toronto, they have a 20-game lead in the division. Oakland has 13-game lead. Dude, MLB Slugfest was so much fun. I wanted to get an emulator, or I guess a ROM of that, but I couldn't find one. Kansas City's up 7, Oakland up 13, Marlins up 4, Chicago up 8. Yeah, Pittsburgh had a good run for that first month or two. And the Giants only up 1.5 to the Dodgers and Padres. They might not even make the playoffs. Well, they probably will as a wild card team. Yeah, they're only up a half game. Dave Acevedo and Cody Bellinger now on the Braves. He's doing so much better than when he did in Baltimore. Look at the difference. He had 27 in 330 at-bats. He's got 24 in half that, with a 361 average. Mike Fultonevich and whoever Alex Payan is they're your pitchers of the month. Shohei Ohtani has a 21-game hitting streak. Anthony Santander had a 27-game hitting streak earlier in the year. Yeah, guys, don't forget to vote. These are the standings as we are in September 1st. Who is going to win the World Series? San Fran is the defending champions. They've defeated both. They've won 2 in a row. They've defeated Oakland and Toronto in those 2 World Series. So they're looking to get their revenge. Kansas City's making a push for the playoffs. 84-50. Ugh. I hate this so much. Fictional players. Sure. Because there's no rookie draft, and the game isn't generating rookies for some reason. And yeah, that whole thing, that's annoying, man, that there's no rookie draft. But we got a couple more weeks of this simulation. We're going to go to 2030. We'll call it there. All right, Detroit's eliminated. Wow, it is September 4th, and they're the only team eliminated. The Astros are looking to trade Luke Voit. Okay. Wow, the Giants are now 3rd place in the division. Now, there hasn't been a rookie draft since the 2019 season. The game hasn't generated rookies for me for some reason. Ohtani's streak ends at 29 games. Giants are now in 3rd place, so there goes my vote, possibly. Toronto clinched the division. Texas and Houston are out. Pittsburgh's eliminated. Tampa Bay is out. St. Louis out. Yeah, I don't know what happened with my sim, but yeah, the game doesn't generate rookies, so there's no rookie draft. So at some point, I just have to have the game generate fictional players for me, and they suck. Kansas City's in the playoffs. Oakland clinches the division. Milwaukee's out, and the NL West is wide open. The Giants are back on top, tied with the Padres. Dodgers half game out. Diamondbacks 3, Rockies 4. I don't know what you're asking there, Breeze. Wow, Houston, 34 games out. Detroit, 39 and a half. Let's go one more week. Chicago's in the playoffs. Toronto clinched. All right, so it looks like we go... no, I think that's just how I set the game up. Or the game, like how the settings were. But it was generating the rookies up until 2019, and then it just stopped. Or it generated them, but it only had 2 players. And then after that, it's just been blank. White Sox are out. How is Arizona still in it? There's other people who've had it. I just don't care enough because by the time I noticed it, it was like 2020 and we were doing 10 more seasons, so it was whatever. Miami, it might be, but like I said, it's not the end of the world. All right, Arizona's out. San Fran, possibly. I mean, they're leading the wild card right now. Padres at least clinched a playoff spot. Looks like the AL... maybe not. You got Seattle and Minnesota fighting for that second wild card with LA. You got 3 teams tied for that second wild card spot in the NL. The Rockies, Dodgers, and Braves. Phillies are 3 games behind, but a loss will eliminate them. Wow, we have a 3-way tie for the 2 spots in the AL wild card. Angels fall a game behind. Giants clinch the playoffs, a playoff spot, so they're in. Wow, they are still fighting for the 2 wild card spots. Wow, San Diego wins the division. The Giants will be a wild card team. Angels are not making the playoffs. The Twins and the Mariners are your 2 AL wild card teams. But the Braves, Marlins, and Rockies are still fighting for that second spot. Miami wins the division. Rockies clinch a playoff spot. So Miami's out. Wow, Miami eliminated. All right, so this is your 2028 playoff bracket. The A's, the top seed, facing either Seattle or Minnesota, with the Royals and the Blue Jays. The Cubs, the NL top seed, facing either the Rockies or the Giants, with the Braves and Padres as your other. All right, I picked the Giants. Looks like Breeze picked other. So he's got, 9 teams to pick from. Who's that? Tatis gets the 2,000 hits. Darvish is going to retire. He had a decent career after a 2025. What was it? 2022. He hasn't had a full season since 2019. What happened to you, Darvish? Man, he fell apart. All right, let's get the playoffs started. Wow, the Giants are eliminated. They lose to the Rockies in the wild card round, so my prediction is wrong. Mariners move on to face the A's, Rockies, Cubs, Royals, Blue Jays, Braves, Padres. Giants are out. What was that game? Wow, 10-8, Rockies win. Giants scored 2 in the bottom of the 8th, but could not get it done in the 9th. That's what I thought so too. They were 2-time defending champions. A's can't. Wow, Blue Jays out too. A's versus Royals, Cubs, Braves. Blue Jays got swept. Padres got swept. Blue Jays lost 7-4, 3-1, 4-3. Padres lost 4-1, 3-0, 6-2. Oof. Yeah, Blue Jays. Royals up 2-0. Braves up 1-0. Both teams up 2-0. Real quick, before we go any further, I do want to see when the last time the Braves and Royals made the World Series. Kansas City they won the World Series in 2017. And the Braves, wow. Either I'm missing them or they haven't made the World Series since I started this simulation. Yeah, I'm not seeing Atlanta. And then the other two teams are Oakland and Chicago. Oakland, we know about them. 2027, 2025, 2016. They've made the 5 World Series, won one of them. The Cubs, they won in my first year of the simulation in 93. But look at that. The Giants, Cardinals, Phillies for 5 in a row. And then the AL, Red Sox for 3, Blue Jays for 3, Oakland, Blue Jays, Oakland. Kansas City's up 3-0. They won. Kansas City won the ALCS 4-0. Braves up 2-1. It is now tied 2-2. Cubs 3-2. Can they come back? 3-3. We are going to a Game 7. Yusei Kikuchi against Eddie Martinez in Game 7 of the NLCS. Wow, yeah, Cubs won 3 in a row. Chicago Cubs win 6-5. The Braves scored 2 in the 9th, but it was not enough as they win. As the Cubs win 6-5. The Cubs versus Kansas City Royals in your 2028 World Series. I put the Blue Jays, the A's, the Giants, and then other, if I remember correctly. So Game 1 of your World Series, Michael Fulmer against Joe Musgrove. Yeah, anyone that wasn't any of those 3 teams counts as other. Again, if you picked other, you had a good chance of winning it. But those 3 teams, the other 3 teams that I picked, had the best records in baseball. Game 1, Kansas City blanks them 2-0. Kansas City, Michael Fulmer goes 6 1/3. All right, who's on this team? Oh, yeah. We know the Royals. We just saw them. Cubs have Nolan Arenado, G-Man Choi, Randall Grichuk, Steven Piscotty, Addison Russell, weird, Joey Wendell. Game 2, Royals going with Aaron Nola, Cubs going with Marcos Londano. 6-4. Cubs tie up the series. Nolan Arenado is hitting out of his mind right now. Looked like it was a bullpen game. Game 3, David Buchanan against Steve Rakes. Kansas City wins 6-2. Arenado with another home run. He has got a home run in each. Or no, he had 2 in game 2, 1 in game 3. CJ Cron hitting 417. Yohan Moncada 417. Arenado hitting 545. Game 4, Eddie Martinez against Eduardo Alvarado. Kansas City now leads 3-1. Yohan Moncada might win MVP. This is it. Game 5. Royals need to win this, and it's over. Musgrove against Fulmer again. Kansas City wins 9-2. CJ Cron is your World Series MVP. The Kansas City Royals win the World Series.
Okay.
Well, shut up, Siri. I did not say anything to Siri. Why did you just go off? I'm going to save it here because I don't want to do that all again. Pittsburgh fires their manager. Tampa Bay just got sold. Interesting. White Sox fire their manager. Don't care about rookies. Royals and... Is that the Fernando Rodney as the manager? That's awesome. No, go back. Mike Foltynewicz is your AL Cy Young Award winner. And whoever Javier Pena is. Juan Soto, your AL MVP. Matt Chapman, unanimous NL MVP. 61, 143, 348. All right, let's see who's going to be a free agent. Paul DeYoung signs a $75 million extension. Bellinger, Rendon, Ketel Marte. Juan Soto is a free agent. Okay. Here we go. The Twins have lost 25 WAR this offseason already. Who'd they lose? Derek Rodriguez, Scott Kingery, Sir Anthony Dominguez, Chris Taylor. They lost Juan Soto, Carlos Sanchez, Pedro Strop, and Matt Harvey. Wow. The Angels lost a lot too. John Brebbia, Anthony Rendon, Aaron Hicks. So the two biggest free agents, Anthony Rendon and Juan Soto. How much? Soto wants $47 million. He wants $47 million a year. That is crazy. Luplow wants $42 million. Marte wants $40. Oof. I wonder if that number's going to come down. Yep, Juan Soto just dropped to $45. Marco Gonzalez gets a 3-year deal with Minnesota. Chris Taylor, a 3-year deal with Baltimore. Max Muncy, a 2-year deal to Boston. Not bad. Not a bad signing for them. Juan Soto's money has dropped to $42.5 million now. Jordan Luplow gets a 3-year deal, $99 million to go to Boston. They're loading up right now, considering they finished, 8 games under 500. Boston gets a first baseman and a right fielder. Which looks like they needed them. Huge upgrade. Oh, not what I wanted to do. There it is. Juan Soto, $146.4 million for 6 years. Right, 146 to Detroit. So you got $24 million a year, not the $42 he was asking for, and Detroit finished 60-102. I mean, I wouldn't be happy about that if I was Soto, but I guess you want the money over a championship. Because Soto, he's got an MVP. I don't think he has a World Series, though. What are his numbers? 418, 316 career batting average. Wow. But Juan Soto is now a part of the Detroit Tigers. Let's see where Marte and... who else? Bellinger's 33. He'll get a big contract. Who else is up here? Jose Leclerc. Not bad. Margot. Anthony Rendon. He goes from LA to Minnesota. A 3-year, $51.4 million deal. Jonathan Holder to Toronto. And Boston keeps adding players, getting Caleb Ferguson, 3-year deal. Brad Peacock goes to Boston. So now they have 2 solid relievers in Caleb Ferguson and Brad Peacock. But not enough to get their WAR out of the negative, considering they lost Yandy Diaz, Charlie Blackmon, Ketel Marte, and Austin Slater, to name it. They lost 21 players this offseason. Whoa, that's a lot. Andrew Chafin to the Yankees, Daniel Winkler to the Brewers, Edwin Diaz to the Cubs, Jonathan Brevia to the Mets, Joe Jimenez to the Twins, and Brandon Woodruff to Boston as well. Okay. So right now Soto is the only one with a deal over $100 million and a deal longer than 3 years. Carson Smith to Toronto, Michael Felice to Baltimore, Antonio Senzatella to Cleveland, and Rowan Wick to the Angels. Toronto adds another reliever in Keanu Kela, almost $3 million. Aristides Aquino, 2-year deal to the Mariners. Pedro Strop to the Yankees. Jake Cave to the Padres. Not a bad signing. Oh my God. The Red Sox keep going. They get DJ LeMahieu for a 1-year deal at age 40. And I guess relief pitcher now, Tyler Glasnow, 1-year deal. Boston is signing everyone. Are they going to start DJ at second? Tyler Glasnow, I guess, a shot from being a starter. Oh, he hasn't been a starter at all. Wow. Interesting. Let me do the Hall of Fame voting before I forget. Yeah, there's no rookies. So, all right. I'll throw Max Scherzer in there. I'll throw Zach Greinke, even though Scherzer, he's got 1 Cy Young. I'll throw Rob Nen and CC in there. As far as batters, we'll throw Hanley, Cano, Reyes, David Wright, Tulo. Fuck Ryan Braun. And Felix. Okay. Back to the offseason. Aaron Hicks gets a 2-year deal to the Twins. Sir Anthony Dominguez to the White Sox. Wow, Ketel Marte got $31 million a year. 3-year deal to Seattle. Okay. All right, Cody Bellinger's a free agent. Jose Alvarado, 2-year deal to the Cubs. David Peralta to LA. Trevor Hildenberger to Houston. Jurickson Profar to Boston. Where's he playing? DJ LeMahieu's back to the bench. No bueno. Julio Urias to Arizona. James Karinchak to Toronto. Cam Bedrosian to Minnesota. Mike Clevenger to Detroit. Cody Bellinger, a 5-year deal to the New York Mets. He's now playing left field for them, with Fremo, Reyes, and Wright. Okay. Okay, Mets, I see you. The Braves haven't done anything this offseason after losing 10 players. Who else? The Braves and the Nationals are the only two teams not to sign a player this offseason. Robert Gsellman to the... Oh, wait, hold on. CJ Cron to Oakland. He leaves Kansas City to go to Oakland. Robert Gsellman to the Angels. Jose Leclerc to the Cubs. Ty Buttrey to the Giants. And Justice Sheffield to the Twins. Garrett Cole signs a 1-year deal with Toronto. So that trade for Houston did not work out. He made 28 starts, so almost a full season. 10-10, 4.60 ERA. Framber Valdez to Houston. Just like he is in real life. Raisel Iglesias to Cleveland. Adrian Gonzalez to Atlanta. So now it's Washington is the only team that hasn't made a move this offseason. Jose Ramirez, a 1-year deal to Houston. And we're on to 2029. Jeurys Familia to Boston. Has there been any trades? No one I care about. No one there. No. Trevor Williams is now in Oakland. And no one there. Okay. Let's go to the Hall of Fame, see who does or doesn't get in. Max Scherzer and Zach Greinke get in, and rightfully so. Rob Nen dropped. Cliff Lee, Sean Doolittle, Kenley Jansen, Zach Britton, Elvis Andrews all dropped. David Wright needed about 10% more. Same thing with Jose Reyes and Hanley. They may get in next year. Let's go to preseason beginning. There's some contracts flowing through. All right, where did we leave off? Frankie Montas, 3-year deal to Boston. Addison Russell to Arizona. Manuel Margot to the Angels. Ryan McMahon to Pittsburgh. Okay, they're looking to improve. Yandy Diaz to Atlanta. Trevor Bauer, Minnesota. Slater to Minnesota as well. Yordano Ventura to Minnesota. Wow, the Twins are loading up this offseason. Colton Wong to Kansas City. Carl Edwards to the Mets. Fairbanks to Toronto. Aaron Savali to Cleveland. Wow. Minnesota Twins have signed 12 players for a collective 27.4 WAR. They lost 19 for 25.6. So they're plus 1.8 wins after signing 12 players. And Washington is still the only team not to have signed a player this offseason. Joey Gallo to the White Sox, Charlie Blackmon to the Padres, Michael Givens to Toronto. Wow. Let's go to spring training. The Yankees signed a pitch, or Yankees or Mets, not sure. It just says New York. Julio Teheran to the Yankees. Jose Martinez to Baltimore. Marcell Ozuna, Zach Gallen, Jesus Aguilar still on the board. We are now at spring training 2029. So right before any spring training games have been played, the game is projecting, whatever you want to call it. The Blue Jays, the Royals, and A's win their divisions again, with the A's and Royals tying for best record. As for the NL, the Mets and Phillies tie at 81, the Reds at 88 wins, the Giants run away with 97 wins. Let's go to opening day and see if those predictions stay the same. There's also been a couple moves. We'll go check those out. The opening day standings for the AL pretty close. NL East looks pretty close. Giants 22-6 in preseason. All right, now they're projecting the Red Sox to win, Twins and Mariners to win. So none of the same division winners. Braves win by 2. Reds win by 5, and the Giants still win by 12. Yeah, that's likely. All right, let's go back to the moves that we missed during spring training. All right. Luke Voit to Oakland. Yankees get Marcell Ozuna. Scott Kingery to LA. Jesus Aguilar to Atlanta. Hanser Alberto to the Mets. Isaiah Kiner-Falefa to the Cardinals. Mark Canha, still playing at age 40, to Tampa Bay. Tyler O'Neill to Boston. And Derek Dietrich to Tampa Bay. And it is now opening day. Let's see if there's any other trades. Nope, that was the last one. Let's go to Milestone Watch. Paul Goldschmidt, who's on the Yankees, Mike Trout, still with Philly, and Trey Turner in Texas, all within reach of 3,000 hits. A lot of players going to get to 2,000 hits this season. Jonathan Scope and Elizabeth Diaz are in AAA. Paul Goldschmidt needs 7 home runs. Trevor Story needs 6. And Mike Trout needs 9 to get to 6. Oh, and Gary Sanchez needs 17, all to get to 600 home runs. Gary Sanchez has been hitting very well in this simulation. Trout needs 26 runs for 2,000. Raul Mondesi needs 6 steals to get to 600. As for pitchers, Garrett Cole needs 64 strikeouts to get to 4,000, but he's currently in AAA. All right, he'll be back up. He's on a rehab assignment. He'll be fine. A couple players close to 2,000 saves. Pedro Strop needs 30 games to get to 1,100 games played. That is ridiculous. But that is where we are. Let's save that. It is the end of the 2028 season. And We got 2 more left of these before this series, the rewrite/writing history series, goes away. It's been a fun run, but with the game not the game not implementing any rookies, a lot of fictional players, I think it's time to call it. A lot of the, retired players. Recently retired. A lot of the players that are in the league are retiring. Jake Arrieta, Mookie Betts retired. Travis d'Arnaud. Who else? Rick Porcello, Marcus Semien, Miles Mikolas, Mike Moustakas, Joey Rickard, Spencer Turnbull retired. So yeah, a lot of those players are retiring. My short list, not a lot of players left. Voit, Trout, Tatis, Stanton, who's still in the league somehow. Soto, Ohtani, LeMahieu, Vlad Jr., and Acuna. Looks like A-Rod was the only one to make it to the Hall of Fame. Yeah, wow. A-Rod was the only batter to make it to the Hall of Fame so far. As far as pitchers, Archie Bradley, Zach Gallen, and Yordano Ventura are the only ones left. King Felix was the only one to make it to the Hall of Fame of the players I was watching. Wow. Juan Soto, 5-star rating. Archie Bradley still at a 4-star. So he's had a hell of a career. Ohtani doing pretty well. But yeah. Freddie Freeman in AAA. He hasn't played in MLB in... Wow, since 2021 he has not played in the MLB. What a different career he's had. But yeah, that'll be that for this episode. We'll be back next Monday with the 2029 season. But if you are looking for other games, I am playing No Man's Sky on Wednesday. And I'll be back with City Skylines on Friday. So you have that to look forward to. Let me check something real quick before I sign off. All right, that is still pending. And I just want to mute this real quick. Okay. Yeah, what I'm going to do, for the first time, actually, I'm going to go raid one of my friend's channels. He just started streaming. He's playing, if you guys are familiar, Backyard Football. Yeah, so we'll go raid him. If you guys want to stop by, his name's Kyle, a really good friend of mine. I've known him for years. So I'm going to go head over, we'll go raid him. I just want to make sure that he's playing the game before we do anything there. All right, we'll get that started. No, different friend of mine, but let's go head over. We all ready? Why does it say 0 viewers? That's weird. No, he's got viewers. On my end, it says 0 viewers are ready to raid. He's got like 15 watching him. That's weird. Maybe I'm not going to, because it doesn't. On my end, it says 0 viewers are ready. Yeah, we'll cancel that out. Yeah, I'm not going to do it then. But yeah, we'll be back with No Man's Sky on Wednesday. I am loving that game so much. I'll plug his channel here. There you go. You guys could go give him a follow. Really good friend of mine, like I said. Let me see if it'll work now. No, still not coming through. Weird. Yeah, I'm not doing it. Okay. Everyone have a good night. Like I said, go stop by my friend Kyle's stream if you want to. We'll be back Wednesday, No Man's Sky. Peace.
I get a decent